Hello twin flames and welcome to your daily check-in for Thursday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels, and we're going to bring in the Divine Structure deck today to bring in a focus question. Now both the feminine and masculine readings are so powerful today, especially the masculine energy, because it's showing you the stags coming together. All the stags, which is all the masculines coming together to move forward. Some are going to move forward very quickly. Some are going to take a bit longer. So this is why as a divine feminine, it's so important to be patient with your journey, to take time to grasp that inner union, because outer union is just an extension of what you already have. So if you already have a wonderful relationship in the 5D realm, you're going to bring that powerful magic in the physical. And you're also being reminded how powerful this love is. You know, I'm watching Once Upon a Time right now, and there was a little bit that I saw the other day that blew my mind where, you know, David, Prince Charming, lost his heart, and Snow White, Mary Margaret, she pulled her own heart out of her body and split it in two and put one half into herself and one half into him, and he was resurrected. The power of one. And it just gave me angel bumps, because it's the power of this journey. The power of this journey, the power of the love and the bond you share can move mountains and can sustain you no matter what. So let's see what we need to know today. Straight out on the floor. And remember, you know, if there is a need for anything, if you need resources, if you need time, if you need anything on this journey, it will be given to you. It will come to you through a sign, a synchronicity, a resource, a person. It will come to you at the right time. So we've got one card coming out and I've got one card moving on top of the deck. So let's see what they are. Wow. Well, we've got Taurus energy first of all, which is really powerful, because where are we? We're in Taurus energy. So I'm not going to do an extra Taurus reading because I've already done one. It's going to be on the channel soon. So there is a Taurus reading up this week. But this is really about where we are right now. And you might be thinking, well, how is our journey moving forward in the next few weeks? What can I expect? What's happening? And the other energy is, I've got angel bumps. Look at this. What's next for the connection? During the Taurus energy, during Taurus season, what's next? And if I go to my divine timing deck here, this is a great deck. You know, if you want an idea of time, or you want to know what's going on, you know, you can connect with this deck. If this is a deck you're thinking of buying, you know, you can use this as an oracle deck and a timings deck. But, you know, timings are guidelines, you know, the guidelines. So the message here is, there's me as well on the camera, hello. So what's happening? What's next for your connection between now and the 20th of May? That's what I feel this reading needs to be about today. What's next for you and your twin, or your connection between now and the 20th of May? You know, when we move forward after that into Gemini energy. So what's this earth energy bringing in? What's next for the connection? And this is about bringing you back together. You know, the first thing I'm seeing is the masculine's eyes are on the feminine, yet the feminine's eyes are in front. So, you know, you're focused on what's in front of you, but also living in the now. So we're going to bring in a deck I used earlier, the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. This is really powerful. So what's next for the connection? What's next for the connection? What's coming in around the connection? Especially during Taurus season, what do we need to know? So I've got a few cards coming out. I've got one card there. Is that one card? Yeah. And then we've got two cards that were coming out here. So what else shall we use? Shall we use a divine timing deck? Why not? What's next for the connection? What do we need to know? Okay, straight out there. So these are the cards coming out here. And then I'm going to shuffle the Gateway Oracle, because, you know, this is a deck. You see me there, look. This is a deck that, you know, I bought for the weekly reading as well. Bought in for the weekly reading. Look at that. See how they're jumping out? It's great when you can see me shuffling the cards behind the camera as well. So there's the cards, and I'm going to bring in the Divine Essentials. I'm actually going to just bring that back so you can see me shuffling there. This is my phone here. So I'm going to bring in the Divine Essentials deck. I used this to do a card pull on TikTok and it was really powerful. So I'm going to do an energy, what's next for the feminine, the masculine, the journey. And make sure you're also watching the daily twin flame readings as well as the daily angel readings, because they're also bringing in the energy of what's next on that day. So the energy around the divine feminine, what's next for the divine feminine? What's next for the divine feminine? There it is, jumped out and one card sticking out. So they are for the feminine. Energy, what's next for the divine masculines? See it sticking out there. And I've got a couple of cards here as well. So there's something big going on with the masculine. And then what's next for the connection? What's next for the connection? What do we need to know? Jumping out the deck here and 2 cards sticking out. So I'm just going to move these here so I know where they are. And we're going to start with the other cards. So the first energy then, what's next for the connection? Okay, if I bring these back in. So we've got what's next for the connection during the Taurus season between the 20th of April, which is gone, and the 20th of May. So the first thing we've got is sharing of yourself. Look at this, sharing of yourself. I am so incredibly generous. And that's what they're giving me. It says, I am an incredibly generous being. I am so incredibly generous. So I'm feeling the masculines want to share themselves with you, divine feminine. They want to share themselves with you. They want to express themselves to you. And they also want to share themselves with the world. And that's because they are craving more in their life. And I spoke about this very powerfully earlier and in yesterday's reading as well. Because yesterday there was more confusion around them. They're more clearer today about what they want and what they're doing. So, they have that hole in the heart because they're missing you, but also because they want to be sharing themselves. They want to be generous and loving and giving and helping the world. And because of that, there's a completion coming in. So the 10 of air is a completion, the end of a cycle. This is a very powerful energy flowing in, the end of a cycle. So what's happening during Taurus season is the end of a cycle, the start of something new. This is when things are going to get better because they can't get worse. Okay, things are getting better now. Things are becoming clearer. And the crow is also about mysteries being revealed, psychic power, knowledge, intelligence coming to you in a powerful way. And also simplifying your life, detoxing. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. So getting ready, clearing out the clutter, clearing out the struggles of the mind, timing issues, worry, fear, letting go. So simplifying things and detoxing things and cherishing. So I cherish the simple pleasures of life means you're being more observant, you're more aware, you're more in the now, you are operating in a more powerful energy. And I'll do these cards first before I pull the rest of them. We've got fun and frolic. So fun and frolic. Halloween, obviously you could be thinking about the timeline there, but this is an energy about what's coming in the next few weeks. What's coming in between now and the middle of May. Fun, frolic, simplifying the life, having fun together, bringing in that playful energy, which we talked about earlier in the feminine reading with the dolphin, and also a release. So ignore the autumn and focus on the release, the releasing, the letting go, the healing. Maybe even things that they've wanted to release since the autumn. They're now doing this. And the energy that's coming in is the ancestor, being guided, knowing that you're being guided, becoming a legacy, thinking about what you want to leave behind. So this is about moving towards goals and dreams and power. And also the 6 of earth, creation. I'm seeing this as creating the new, being guided where you're meant to go, testing the water, building things. And it's really interesting actually because, the builders have just pulled up next door. Just this moment as I'm doing this reading. And, you guys know that me and George moved into this house, a few years ago now. And over the Christmas period, before Christmas time, the house next door but one to us were doing a huge rebuild on their house. They were extending the house because they'd had a new baby. So they were extending, they were creating more space. They were creating more in their lives. And that was a huge symbol of the journey expanding and moving forward. And then it's really powerful, really, it's really, you could laugh at this, really, the irony of it, because they just finished doing that house and there was lots of noise. I had to kind of go around and ask them to turn the radio down and, to think of us as well as neighbours, especially because we do YouTube and we're on the internet and we work from home. And, to be more considerate and compassionate, which we have to have on this journey as things build. And then just as they finished that work, next door was sold and builders have been in and they're completely stripping the house, they're completely bare. So they are completely ripping out everything and rebuilding it. And that's what they've been doing over the last few months. So there's been building work going on, drilling, noise, walls coming down, banging. And, if you've been on the channel a while, you will have heard that very powerfully. And it has affected things with me and George, the way we can, be online. And, we've had to work around. So we've had to really be flexible and adaptable, with what we're doing. And they're kind of getting to the end of it now. You can see when you look, because I can kind of see from my window what's going on. They've done all the main work now. They've built all the main foundations. They're just going to be tweaking things like painting and doing the floors and, all the bits you do when the general building work is done. And what I'm feeling with this, is that all the general building has been done now for your connection. It's now about tweaking things and releasing things and, smoothing things down and getting things ready. The way that the painters come in, they decorate the walls or they sand the floors, or it's the last minute touches to get the house ready for sale. So in other words, the last minute preparation is taking place, or the last bits of preparation are taking place to move things forward. And that's why there's so much change. Over the last few days, I've received a lot of emails off our soul family saying that either you've come into communication after a long period of separation or there's union. We've got at least 5 people who've come into union over the last 5 days, powerful energy coming in. And you've seen it in the comment section. These things are happening. Things that you never thought were possible are manifesting. You're starting to see the results. So the 6 of Earth is the return. It's the return. It's about give and take, balance coming in. Knowing that it has to happen at the right time, that, things are moving into place. And that's really what I'm seeing with those salamanders or those lizards in this card, because it's about changing and it's about that flexibility and moving where you're meant to be and trusting the journey and building that solid foundation and creating the way to move forward, remembering your power, that you are wise and strong and, you can handle whatever's going on. So what's next for the connection then for the feminine during this Taurus season? I'm just looking for the little card there. And if you do like this deck I'm using, this deck is Divine Structure deck. So I created this deck. So, if you're not sure what to ask about your own journey, you can shuffle and get a card. Or if you are a reader on YouTube, or, if you read for clients, then, you can pull a card and know what the answer is or what to do. And I am actually making a Divine Structure 2 deck as well that will complement this. So what's next for the connection? What I'm really feeling is coming back together, because, the heart is like what's apart is coming together. So for the feminine, I am extremely unhappy with my life and I feel like a failure. I don't want to fight this anymore. So what I'm feeling with this is any feelings of being unhappy with your life, you are healing. And these are the last things that you are, sorting out. These are the last bits that you are smoothing out. So a lot of you won't feel this way. And this is why this card's come up, because it's saying to you, in the past, you may have felt unhappy with your life, unhappy with the way things have happened, or unhappy with certain things. But since you've been aware of your twin flame journey, you've become more happy with things. You've dealt with your own self-worth issues. You've turned from what you may see as a failure into a gain. So you've become powerful and strong. And you don't want to fight anymore, because you want to release it and let go. You want to allow your masculine to fight for you. So you're saying, I don't want to fight this anymore. I'm just allowing things to flow, and I don't want to fight for this anymore, because I know it's my masculine's turn to fight for me. So you don't want to struggle anymore. That's what I'm getting with this card. I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't want to feel unhappy anymore. I don't want to feel like a failure. And we feel like a failure when we feel like we've made mistakes or we've done things wrong or things haven't gone to plan. So we have to realize that we're not a failure, we are learning and growing. And these cards as well is also what the masculines experience. So you may also be connecting with this with your twin. Because you feel that the masculines are extremely unhappy with their life because they do feel like a failure. They feel like they've let you down and they've let themselves down. And they're changing things. So this card is also resembling the changes they are making during this Taurus season. Because they do feel extremely unhappy with things and they want to change things. And they don't want to fight anymore. With you, certainly they don't want to fight anymore with you, but they don't want to fight this anymore. They don't want to deny this anymore. They don't want to hide from this anymore. And they also don't want to fight with their karmic partner anymore. They want to resolve things. They want to move on. They want to start again. So take these cards how they resonate with you. I feel a lot of you will be resonating more with these cards for the masculine energy that you're experiencing. You're feeling what your twin feels. They don't want to fight this anymore. They don't want to deny it anymore. They're moving forward. So for the masculine then, he's saying, I adore your smirks and smiles and I love your cute little laugh. So what he wants is to be more, kind of conversing with you more. He wants to be more in your energy. He wants to be connecting with you more because he's saying, I love your laugh. I adore you, your smirks and smiles, having fun. He wants to have more fun with you. He wants to be more interactive with you. He wants to be chatting with you and having fun with you because he misses you. I miss your touch and your love. So he's saying, I miss you. I miss your touch, your love, your smirks, your smiles, your laugh. I miss you and I'm done fighting this. This reminds me a lot of in Twilight where Edward and Bella are at the table in the restaurant and Edward says, I haven't got the energy to stay away from you. I just haven't got the energy to stay away from you anymore. And Bella says, then don't. And that's really where things start moving forward for them. So this is what your twin is saying. I am extremely unhappy with my life. I feel like a failure because I just don't know why I keep pushing you away. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep pushing you away because I actually am addicted to your love and attention. And, it's really powerful because this card came out on TikTok the other day. And I shared the song Fascinated. It's a 90s song. I used to listen to it. I'm fascinated by your love, boy. Because this love can be like a drug. And that's what Edward says to Bella. He says, your blood is like a drug to me. You're like a drug to me. And that's what this love is like. We get the highs and the lows with this connection. And it's powerful. And we crave this unlike anything else. When Edward first comes into contact with Bella, he knows there's something different about her. And not just because he can't read her thoughts, but because he feels it. He feels different about her. He feels different around her. And when she goes into the classroom and, the fan kind of pushes her scent over to him, it's uncontrollable, the feeling, the desire, the need. And that's what your masculine goes through. And you might think your masculine doesn't care about you at all, but he hides it very well. I'm addicted to your love and attention. He hides it very well. In a way that Edward hides it well. It looks like, when she's not sure, she's like, what's his problem? What's up with him? Do I smell what's going on with me? Taking everything personally when really he wants her so badly. So look through the illusion. Your masculine is saying to you, in this Taurus season, I'm addicted to your love. I'm addicted to your attention. I want it. And I don't understand why I keep pushing you away. I'm sorry. I miss you. I miss your touch, your love, your voice, your laugh, your smirks, your smiles. And I don't want to fight this anymore. And I'm extremely unhappy with my life and I want to change things. So that's really what's going on. And the energy around the connection we've got, I want to run away with you instead of running from you. So your masculine saying, I don't want to run from you anymore. I actually want to run to you and run away with you. So this is about that need to start again, to be with you away from everybody else, to have that fresh start. And I miss everything about you. So you're going to be really feeling each other and missing each other. And that's going to make things happen. What do you even see in me? So again, this is the masculine healing those insecurities. And feminines, if you have those insecurities within yourself, you have to move past them and accept yourself as you are and value yourself as you are and remember your power. And the heart chakra is opening. Look at this. It says, lack of self-love and compassion or attachment. Practice detachment and focus on loving yourself unconditionally, because this will in turn assist your counterpart to do the same. So in other words, what we learn on this journey as a feminine and a masculine is to work on self-love, to have compassion for them by having compassion for ourselves, to releasing the attachment, which is the need for it now, the conditions, the demands, the stress. And we practice detachment by loving ourselves unconditionally, by giving to ourselves everything we need and everything we think we need from them to feel at peace. And when we give to ourselves in an unconditional way, we're able to give to them in an unconditional way. And that will be mirrored, that they will do this to you, because this will assist your counterpart, your twin, to do the same. So what's happening then during this Taurus season is building this solid foundation, finishing the last minute touches, grounding the self, going in nature, feeling at peace. And at the end of a cycle, cleansing the old by simplifying our life and attracting the new, cherishing the simple pleasures of life, feeling at peace, having more fun, more frolic, enjoying the journey more, releasing the things that need to go and not worrying about things that need to go or stressing about separation or silence because things are reborn through it. They're giving me a block in the throat. Think about the trees. The trees lose the leaves. They don't worry about it because they know they're going to grow back stronger and better and more brighter. And that's what your journey is all about. Creating a legacy, listening to your ancestors, your guides, becoming wiser, offering the olive branch. And during this time, the heart chakra is going to be opening up more and more. So you heal issues around self-worth. What do you see in me? Feeling like a failure, feeling like you're unhappy in your life. These are the things being healed because the connection is so strong and they miss everything about you and you miss them. You want to run towards each other instead of running away from each other. You adore the way you make each other happy and the way you communicate and talk and make love. And you don't want to push each other away anymore, because the feminines sometimes push the masculines away too, because you're addicted to this love and it can drive you crazy sometimes. But neither of you want to fight it anymore. You want to come together. So really what's next for the connection is sharing of yourself, being loving and gentle and generous with yourself and others, being able to express yourself in that way. So a very powerful time ahead for twin flames to move you together. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.